All right, seventh grade. This is 12.3 forestry. And we've been talking about trees, but a forest is just a dense collection of trees with a thick top layer of interlaced leaves that we call a canopy. Remember, I talked to you about yesterday or a couple days ago about a canopy. Don't get that mixed up with sun leaves or the crown. Crown's just one tree. The sun leaves are leaves. And the canopy are interlaced leaves that kind of form almost like a ceiling all across the forest. And there's all different kinds of forests all throughout the world. You either have an old growth forest, which is basically it originated, it's got to originate at least 150 to 250 years ago. And it's just old, basically. A secondary forest is what happens when a forest comes back to life after maybe a forest fire or a tornado or hurricane or something that has damaged it or ruined it. Or maybe even sometimes the loggers or different people who come in and take out a forest. Hopefully they'll replant it. That's the law now. But they used to not do that. But anyway, the tree line, when you think of a mountain, like our mountains, we don't have a tree line. They grow all over the mountains. The trees here do. But if you look out in the Rocky Mountains or the Alps, those types of mountains, that it just looks like these big, jagged pieces of rock coming out of the earth. You have a tree line, and that's where the trees can grow up to that certain point. And then after that, the altitude, maybe the temperature is too cold. It has permafrost there, or the water conditions are not right, or something along those lines. That's called the tree line, and it's going to vary from place to place. Of course, it's going to be in the mountains. The different forest regions you have notes on that I did not really put that on your assignment sheet that you have notes on it, but I did upload some notes for you, 12.3 and 12.4. So it'll help you. All you have to do is fill in the type of forest there, okay? And so the northern coniferous forest and the northern hardwood forest are both in the northern forest. And obviously the northern coniferous forest, there's more conifers. The northern hardwood forest, there's more hardwood trees. It's going to be the largest forest region, and there are usually trees there throughout that region are used mainly to make paper products, some wood products, but mainly paper products. And then you have the second one, which is the central broadleaf forest. And this is going to have the greatest variety of tree species anywhere located east of the Mississippi River and south of the northern hardwood forest there. And it's going to have high quality trees like oak and cherry and maple. They make lots of furniture, cabinetry, that kind of thing in the central broadleaf forest area. Then you have the southern forest. This is along the Mississippi River. It contains many different types of hardwoods. And this is going to be, that is not right. The bottomland hardwood forest is along the Mississippi River. Bottomland, Mississippi, that makes sense, right? I skipped one. The southern forest, that's going to be sometimes called the southern oak pine forest because you have a lot of oaks and a lot of pines. This is going to be from Delaware to Florida and all the way across to Oklahoma, down to Texas. It has lots of different varieties of pine. The longleaf pine, the loblolly pine, the Virginia pine, but it also has some species of hardwoods as well. And then you have the bottomland hardwood forest, like I said. The Mississippi River has lots of hardwoods in there. And then you have the Pacific Coast Forest. This is going to include a lot of those sequoias, the redwoods. This is going to produce the most percentage of wood and paper products there. And then you've got the Rocky Mountain Forest along the Rocky Mountains. And it's from Canada all the way down to Mexico, all the way through the Rocky Mountains. The tropical forest there on the next page, that's going to be found in Mexico, Central America, down the southern Florida, southeast Texas, those bottom areas there of the United States. And of course, you're going to have more tropical types of trees there, mahogany, mangrove, bay, different things that we don't even see around here there. All right, read about forestry. Forestry is just basically, when a person studies forestry, they're studying managing and studying the forest. What they're going to study to see what's the best use of the forest for us. They're going to study how we can make sure that we're regrowing the forest properly, the best way possible. They're going to make sure that we're also not that we're able to transplant wildlife and other resources into other places there. So the forests in the United States are owned and managed by a variety of types of people and agencies, and that kind of thing. But also the United States Department of Agriculture has a lot of the forests, and they manage those as well. So you can kind of read a little bit about that. All right, that's easy and fast 12.3.